I think the biggest holdup is that it's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Mm-hmm. And the one of the biggest, I think one of the biggest mistakes that first-time entrepreneurs or new entrepreneurs make is they think that their answer is correct, and they're going to build this product and then they release it in the market and it succeeds. And that's why the lean approach, which is not test it by asking people, test it by faking it. I have this expression I like to say, which is scrape it till you make it, and figure out a way to put something out there that customers can actually tangibly touch. Maybe it's a website that they can click purchase. Like Kickstarter is great for that, right? Mm-hmm. Like people do all this, wizardry about what the product looks like, and then they say, "Oh, and you can pre-order 1 year," but that doesn't even exist. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes is people have this ownership of their idea, but of what the solution should be. But really, I think the ownership should be of what is the problem. Mm-hmm. And I had the fortune of meeting one of the co-founders of Netflix when I was out in San Francisco. And he said to me, similar to maybe Jeff Bezos' story, which is I hated going to the movie store. I guess it might have been Blockbuster or local movie stores back then. I'm not really sure. But I hated going to the movie store and them not having the title that I wanted. Mm-hmm. And his problem was, how do I solve for going to a movie store and having any title you want? And his thinking was, he saw this thing called the internet. And he goes, imagine if you could just order one off the internet and they just mail it to you. And what's interesting is his eureka moment was he put a CD, because there was this, he read in like PC Magazine or Wired or something like this. He saw that there was this new format of essentially a media that would allow VHS tapes to essentially go away and be on DVD. And he put a CD in the mail, he dropped it in the mail and said, Eureka, holy shit, this works. Where you can actually mail DVDs to people, which the price of the postage went from, I don't know, let's call it $1.50 or $2 down to 21 cents or something like that. And, had he fallen in love with this, I'm going to send people VHS tapes, because that's the exact solution offering, I think he would have missed it because shipping would have been too high. He would have given up on the idea. But his problem was, how can I continue to have unlimited selection? And maybe even though his idea was a little bit ahead of the market, he waited for the right kind of market environment, which was this new media format, before he and Reed Hastings, the other co-founder and CEO, launched the business. So really, it's falling in love with the problem, not so much the solution, because at the end of the day, like, the solution is actually probably one of these like very big, hairy, ugly problems, and it's not as sexy as maybe the problem that you're trying to solve.